The engines of the Cora Railway are one of the most hard-working engines in England. They are the power behind the main line, branches, and industries all around them. This is the Cora Railway.
Charles is a heavy goods engine who can be very hard to deal with, but be a bit eager sometimes. He can manage trucks just fine and get the job done. Wilfred is also a goods engine who can be sarcastic and narcissistic, but well-meaning. One morning, Charles and Wilfred were both getting ready for the day's work.
Lovely morning to wake up to work and start a new day. And probably do something different, too.
I mean, any day can be a good one, if something great were to happen.
Charles was puzzled by what Wilfred said.
And what do you mean by that?
I'm just saying, today isn't going to be special. It will be as any other normal day. They are practically the same, you know?
Oh, what do you know, Wilfred? It's gonna be a great day today, I can feel it.
Charles's spirits were slightly dampened, but he tried to stay optimistic. He was assigned the stopping freight that day, and he did it all day back and forth from location to location. He had worked all day and nothing exciting had happened.
Maybe Wilfred was right. There isn't anything special about today.
Just then, the railway controller walked up to a downcast Charles.
Charles, are you all right?
Yes, sir. I'm fine.
Well, either way, I have a job for you. It is a midnight goods train to Fensworth Scrapyard. Usually I would send Isaac O'Reilly, but since more and more passengers have been coming to the railway, I have had to make other arrangements.
Yes, sir. Even if it's a trip to the scrap line, it's still a change.
Later that night, Riley was just setting out for a passenger train and saw that Charles was on his way to the scrapyard.
Be aware of the ghost, Charles.
What ghost?
The ghost of the old engine. Every night he blows his whistle and then goes hunting.
Riley chuffed away laughing, leaving behind a worried Charles.
Goodbye, Charles.
Come on, Charles, our break is over. We must hurry. We don't want to be late.
Oh, right.
Charles liked the peacefulness of the countryside. It was 1:30 when he finally arrived at Fensworth Scrapyard. He had just shunted his train into a siding when he heard a hissing noise.
Who's there?
Charles saw no one. Then he heard a whistle.
It's the ghost!
What ghost?
Oh, it's the old engine. He's come to hunt me down.
Don't be so daft.
Then Charles heard a voice.
You're not Isaac, are you?
No, my name is Charles. Wait a minute.
Charles saw an old SECRP class tank engine sitting in a shed all by himself.
This is your ghost, Charles.
My name is Pete. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, but what are you doing over here?
I've been moved from different scrapyards all over Britain since no one could afford to keep me in service.
Oh dear, I wish I could help you.
Suddenly, Charles had an idea.
Hey, wait a minute. I'll bring you back with me.
What?
I'll bring you back to meet our controller. He's a very nice and forgiving man, and if you tell him your story, he'll rescue you, I promise.
Won't I be a burden?
No, of course not. We can always use another engine to help out with the increasing workload.
Charles, you don't have to do this.
I want to. You deserve it. You've been here for such a long time. I do remember when Isaac and Riley would mention an engine at the scrapyard, but I never thought that it would be getting scrapped.
Before they had left the yard, they were stopped by a foreman who agreed to go along with Charles's plan.
Just make sure you get there before morning, and good luck.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Now get moving, you lot. It's nearly 3 a.m.
Oh dear, I better shift my pistons then.
They traveled through the countryside with ease, their wheels whirring through the dead of night. It was 5 o'clock in the morning before Charles had got back to the sheds at Southall, where Nate, Atlas, Marcus, and Wilfred had just started to wake up.
Where were you all night, Charles?
I had a job to do.
And he told them all about the night's events. Just then, the railway controller arrived at the sheds in a new and improved Pete.
Well, I'll be.
Good evening, engines. This is Pete. Isaac, Riley, and Charles know him from bringing scrap back and forth from Fensworth Scrapyard, and we can thank Charles for rescuing him, as he now has the title of our first permanent passenger engine.
Welcome to the Cora Railway, Pete.
A chorus of whistles had begun for Charles and Pete. And from that day on, Charles and Pete had been firm friends.